Now a linesman gets knocked down front. Crockett to Conacher, and he shot it wide, and he gets knocked into the net.
There's Domi. He's been effective tonight on the forecheck. Most penalties, minutes per game. The Winnipeg Jets lead everyone in the entire league. Domi led the entire league last year by himself. But Bob, we talked about it earlier in the season when we were in Winnipeg. John Paddock, their head coach, he wants them to play with a grip. He wants them on edge. He doesn't mind the penalties.
Well, here's some grip out at center ice. We got Matt Johnson against Domi. And Domi with his helmet knocked loose. Tries a left. He's got his left hand loose, and he's throwing some punches at big Matt Johnson. And they get each other tied up now. Now Johnson with his helmet knocked off, and you see that new haircut that Matt got up in Vancouver the other day.
Domi's a difficult man to fight. He's very strong. He's a short player, and he won't back down from everyone. I just told you, he led the NHL in penalty minutes last year. Domi did. He's only 5'10". He makes it a difficult target. Matt Johnson certainly wants to establish his presence here. Domi will not back down. As a big man, if you're Matt Johnson, you're 6'5". You're always having to look down where you're trying to get a punch in on Domi.
I'd rather be doing that than looking up.
A couple of melons right here we're going to see on this one. I don't know how they missed the target. You see right off the face-off, both players just in the middle of your screen, they're pushing just a little bit. They want to make sure that neither player there, Bob, takes the instigator and gets a game misconduct. And that is the call. Both players 5 minutes each for fighting. So if anything, the instigator rule, which is called more and more by officials.
Zemnov has tallied for the Winnipeg Jets, and that's where we stand right now nearing the end of the first period. Gretzky dumped in front of the Winnipeg bench by Keith Tkachuk, and Gretzky slow getting up. Puck is in the Winnipeg zone. Gretzky now going behind the net. Has tried to get to the puck, couldn't get to it. Now McSorley with a check on Tkachuk and throws a punch, and down goes Tkachuk. So McSorley's going to get a penalty. This was for Tkachuk knocking Gretzky down at center ice, and McSorley heads to the penalty box.
Bob, we've talked about this in previous years. Wayne Gretzky, it may have been a clean check by Tkachuk, but one of the jobs of Marty McSorley is to step up and protect his captain. Here's the ladder play. McSorley stepping up with Tkachuk. Marty has one thing on his mind: retaliate for the hit that Tkachuk put on Gretzky. And McSorley doesn't care whether the hit was clean or not. He wants to send a message, and I think he sends one right there.
I think they're going to give him 2 for roughing.
We'll try to keep an eye on it. Gretzky in the neutral zone picks up the puck. Tkachuk coming in. We'll line them up and just finish the check cleanly. It's right in front of the Winnipeg Jets. You see the bench there. You see Tkachuk. He kept his stick down. May have been a little late, although I think it was legal all the way. But Marty McSorley steps up.
Puck comes over to Michel Petit. Petit threw it behind the net for Randy Burridge. Burridge tied up by Gillen, and Newman takes it away, and we've got Petit and Mike Eagles in a scrap. Eagles and Petit in the scrap as they got tied up along the boards, and Eagles gets Petit's helmet off, and now Eagles' helmet is off, and Petit throwing right hand at Eagles, and now Petit knocks Eagles down. Eagles had the best of the early going, and then Petit came back strong, and they will head probably to the dressing room since there's only 45 seconds to go in the first period. There's Mike Eagles of the Winnipeg Jets in his 10th year. There's Petit along the boards, and Eagles comes in with a heavy check. Petit throws him off. Petit just looked like he wanted to get back into the play as the puck was in the Winnipeg zone, and then the punches are being thrown. A lot of punches into helmets. Peter Demers, the King trainer, tending to Michel Petit.
Lacroix chasing down the loose puck. Quintal goes back. Now the goaltender is out of his crease, and you have to agree with that call, Bob. Happy Bullen is just trying to get back into his crease. If the goaltender tries to stay an extra second, maybe you give him interference. But there is contact, any contact whatsoever. The referees have been very consistent this year. The race for the puck. Conacher gets inside position. So right there, that forced Brent Thompson to taking the body. Well,
as the Kings have the power play. Side, McSorley getting back. Wilkinson shoots and a save by Pure. And Wilkinson taken hard into the boards by McSorley. He is slow getting up, lost his stick, but he's back on his feet, and the Kings dig it out. Wilkinson paid for poking it away from Marty and then getting his shot. He takes a run at McSorley along the board side, driving in deep. Conacher behind the net, seems like he gallops the way. Sador saves, score! Sador on the rebound, ties the game, 7-7. The game ends in a 7-7 tie.